best donneries, bro. I'm not even joking. Stoke, yeah. They've got the baddest donner meat.
Craving that food.
Nah, you know what? I'm on a diet at the moment, but it's talking about some donner meat. So, yeah. Cut that out, man. My secret ingredient is in that room hiding from the camera. This is the secret ingredient to the success of MTK Performance Centre. Give him a smile, Lee.
What is it that Lee does for you then?
Well, Lee does he does analyst work with boxing, and he just breaks it down. He breaks down fights, man, and he always educating us about boxing and help us becoming the fighters that we are becoming.
Best looking belt in boxing.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It is like
You
my
happy
favourite.
with that?
Yeah, my favourite. I've just got one more. Well, two more to add to. One in a couple of weeks, and then the big one maybe in a year or two.
How many camps have you done then?
This is the fourth one. 6 months I've been training for this fight.
What sort of impact has that had on your mindset?
I would say it's probably affected me more mentally than it has physically. Physically it's been tough and that, but every time I've had a postponement or whatever, I've sort of been able to recharge, refresh. But in terms of the mental side of things, it's been tough because being away from the family, you can't constantly obviously worrying about your weight, knowing that you've got weight to make, dieting and that, so mentally it's been nothing better than getting in there, fighting, winning, and then just switching off, enjoying a bit of nice food and that, and then getting ready and go again. And that's sort of like the repeat cycle. Whereas I've done that 3 times now. So I technically could have had 3 fights basically.
Has it been frustrating you?
Yeah, it has been.
Do you reckon we're going to see that in the ring?
Nah. Too experienced. I've experienced too much now. Got the best team around me. I'm going to see a composed, experienced fighter, and there's not going to be aggression or anger. Nah. As angry as I have been in the build-up, I'm not going to obviously show that in the ring because then I'll not perform to my best. Being having that mindset going in it, so I'll be cool, calm, relaxed. The weighing will be done then as well, so I'll have had a little good bit of grub. I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
You seem like Mike.
Yeah.
When he wears the boots and he turns to Jordan. If you wear these, you get the same knowledge as Ben Davison.
How do you manage Shabaz, you alright?
How you doing?
Shabaz,
You okay, mate? What's happening?
It's just the variation, right?
Boxing Immersed needs to know I've got the goat's boots on.
Limited edition now, isn't they?
Limited edition, man. You never guess which boxing man wore these before me. Lomachenko. Even better, Ben Davison.
Does that mean you're going to fight like Lomachenko with them on?
No, because they're Ben Davison's. I'm going to get his knowledge. Every time I wear these, I've got the same knowledge as in boxing.
We'll judge on today's performance.
Inshallah. I was born in Rochdale, Greater Manchester, and then I moved to Stoke-on-Trent, grew up in Stoke-on-Trent, but I was always back and forth, so I class myself as a Stokey, yeah.
And how did you get into boxing?
Got into boxing because my father boxed. Dad was a boxer, he was an amateur. Then I think he had about 11-12 fights, but he had a decent knockout ratio. He had like 7-8 knockouts. When he had me, I used to just go to the gym with him when I was a young kid, 4 or 5 years old, little kid, and just go with him. I just fell in love with the game, yeah. I ain't gonna class nothing as an achievement until I win titles. I won national titles and stuff like that before, but until I win big titles, I ain't gonna class nothing as an achievement.
You always set the bar high for yourself.
Yeah, you have to. It's like, even in the gym, with Ben, Mr. Lee Wiley, like literally, you can look amazing in your spar and literally you come out and they'll say to you, oh, you could have worked on this and that. Like, everyone's a perfectionist, everyone wants to get better, and I've always been like that myself.
1, 2. And again, feet in. Touch.
It's been a long time coming, but Shabaz has finally got his date. You must be excited for him.
Yeah, over the moon. You know, I've always spoke very highly of Shabaz. He's a fantastic young man and a fantastic boxer. I believe that the potential of his IQ is up there to really hit the pound for pound heights. It's just the other areas and the 1% that he needs to get himself there. You know, and obviously he needs the opportunities, and this is the first step along that path, in my opinion. It's probably been about coming up to just under a year now. Been working with Shabaz, but he's had some problems behind the scenes to deal with and to get sorted. Now those are sorted, and he's got his first opportunity now against a good fighter, and it's a good test for Shabaz, and one that I believe that he'll come through and take him on to the next step. I've said this previously, I've got no hesitation in moving in quickly.
You excited to finally be getting back in there, bro?
Yeah, 100%, man. Been a long time coming.
Looking to do some damage?
You know what? In this gym, there's a Bantamweight British title, there's a featherweight, there's no super bantam, but there'll be, inshallah.
There'll be world titles going around.
This will be your first fight as Shabaz's coach, and you've had plenty of time to prepare. What can we expect to see from him come fight night?
You'll see a cool, calm, clinical performance. I don't want to see him going out there with an immature mindset of, I need to show every tool I've got in my arsenal in this sixth rounder. You know, he's got a full career to show his full arsenal. He just needs to use the tools that he needs for this job, and have a mature, quality, clinical performance.
What? Snap. Hook. Same with the uppercuts. Imagine coming back over yourself. Bare turn again.
Shabaz is boxing March the 19th on an MTK Global show against Louis Norman.
Okay, and what do we know about Louis Norman?
Louis Norman is an experienced professional. You know, he's never been afraid to step in the ring with the best prospects coming through, and he always gives a good test and a good account of himself. So I'm sure that he'll do that again on the 19th.
Jab. Short one up again. Keep down there. Lift. Better.
Given that Shabaz wins this fight, have you got any plans for him going forward?
Yeah, definitely. You know, there's a few fights. You know, it's been hard trying to get Shabaz an opponent, but like I said, it's about getting the right opponents for the right development at the right time in his career, because that's what it's about at the moment, is development. And you know, there's no point in working on something specific to then get an opponent where he needs to use other tools in his arsenal for that job. We want what we're working on and the opponent to suit what we've been working on. But like I said, in the same respect, I'm happy to not give him blowovers, and I expect him to be boxing for, you know, good quality titles by the end of the year.
I didn't get. Oh, I did get that as well. You finally got a fight date. How does it feel knowing that you're going to be back in the ring after, I think, 16 months?
16 months, yeah. It's exciting. It's been a long time coming. I've just been working away. You know yourself, I've been working away out in Fuerteventura and then here. Just been putting it in and more than ready to do the job, yeah.
What impact has that had on your mindset, you know, being out of the ring for so long? Has it frustrated you?
I just felt like stuck in the mud. Like I'm training, getting better, sparring top boys, looking really well, getting fit, staying ready. Like I've been ready for the last 14 months. I've stayed on it, and now is finally the time to show people what I'm about. You know what I mean?
He didn't have to jab his face through the right hand for his chest, probably because it dipped down his foot. Yeah. So you hit something there, you know? No, drink it.
One little bit more.
Boom.
Punch in the space between you. Then go. You need to go off of that. Okay, good. Nice. Squeeze your hand. Other way. Walk into him, Shabaz. Don't try and walk away. Walk into him.
I'm dipping with it.
I've seen you threaten up. Threaten it. Boom.
Yeah.
Simple boxing.
Trying to hit his head too much. He's too slick for him to do that. Do you know what I mean? One good punch. You got to look, so you done it a couple of times. You went look, and then you went bang, you caught him, and you just let it flow, and then you go in and you're stronger than him, so you go there. All that sort of stuff, and you back him in the corner and you done your work. No worries, mate. Good luck.
Like everyone's asking me, is it going to be a knockout? Is it going to be points? Is it going to be this, that? I go, look, mate, you're just going to see a proper performance. By any means necessary. Like, just get the job done. If he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. Game of boxing lesson. But it's one of them, innit? Just get in there and do the job. That's the main thing. On to the next after that.
Cute man.
You're a cheeky bum. You're a cheeky bum. Oi, I'm gonna get you. Oh, she loves Shabaz.
I'm here. Me and your daddy are fighting on 19th
She'll be watching.
next week.
Are you gonna watch Shabaz and
Are
Daddy
you
on
gonna
the TV?
cheer us on? Are you gonna clap for us?
On the telly?
Go
Yeah.
girl. Look, Josh is here.
Who's that?
Hello, Maddie.
Hello. She's got a love-hate relationship with Josh.
You don't like
No.
One day she hates me, one day she loves me.
Is that? She pulled the face when she see you.
Right, are we gonna go now? Daddy will phone you when he gets home. Right, okay. Say bye. Say bye to Shabaz.
Go just there.
Shabaz.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. Love you. Mwah. Oh, you. Oh. Love you. Bye. Speak to you soon, right?
She's so smart.
Mate, have a full conversation.
She's so smart, man. You know, the first time she came here, she was scared of me, and now every time he rings it,
Where's Shabaz, Daddy?
where's Shabaz, daddy?
Oh, I miss her, man. I miss her.
I was going to say, how is that for you to catch up with her?
No, it's brilliant. It's good, man. I just,
To make you emotional?
yeah, I think like, that's what I was just saying in that interview there. Like, once I win this fight, I think everything's just gonna hit me and just be like, finally, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've visualised this for so long. Right, the final hurdle, each time it's fell through and I've been down and. Yeah, it's going to be an emotional time when I finally get my hands on that belt and I know I can go home and take it home to my daughter and get a pizza. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Mate, you know what?
Love that guy.
She's growing up so fast.
She is.
She's growing up quick, man.
What's it gonna be? A champion and a new.
That's amazing, man. To be honest, my daughter's my absolute world. Everything I do in life now is for her. I've no love like it that a father's got for his daughter. There's just simply, I've not experienced anything like this. It's special, and I'm gonna. This is why, like I said, this is why I do what I do, to give her the best life, and I'll continue to keep doing that and grinding as hard as I can to make everything as easy as possible for them. That's the thing that hurts me the most, being away from my family. There's nothing I love more than just being with my daughter and my partner Amber. So for me to be away from them for so long, it's challenging, it's tough, but I couldn't ask for a better partner and a better daughter. They make me so proud. They push me on and they make me dig deep in training and put everything into my training to make sure I'm victorious come fight night, and we'll get that celebration eventually. So we're on our 4th new date now, so there was 3 postponements. It's been a long training camp. The first one was supposed to be November. 10 days before, I tested positive for coronavirus, so that was the first cancellation. Then it was rescheduled for January 22nd. Then the British Boxing Board of Control cancelled all boxing in the month of January. Again, a couple of weeks before, February the 6th, it was moved to in Dubai, and the day before we were supposed to fly out, cancelled again. So we're now, 4th new date, just over a week out, and fingers crossed this is the final one.
What better?
You're pushing him around the ring, he wants to sit there for a rest. No, you're not.
Have these types of setbacks ever made you want to quit boxing?
Nah, never. Nah, not quite boxing. They've definitely tested me mentally, 100%. I was born too tough. I've been through too much to let things like this even let me consider even quitting. Nah, that's never came across my mind. It's just been tough, as I say, but everyone's going through tough times just now. So it's just all about just staying as positive as we can be and just keep grinding through it, and that's what I've done, and it's all going to be worth it come fight night.
This is the fourth scheduling of that fight, but it is what it is. It's given Lee more time. Of course, you know, it'd be lies to say that it's been easy, because it hasn't, because Lee's a big bantamweight, and I'm sure it's the same for Guerfri. You know, having to keep that weight down throughout and go camp after camp after camp, that's a difficult thing to do. It's taken us to take a step back, have a look, assess it, and taper the programme and the preparation correctly. But I feel like we've done that, and there'll be a big performance coming from Lee. Guerfri's an experienced professional. It's a tough fight, under no illusions. But I believe that Lee will show his quality on the night. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Boom, boom. Whoop.
Boom, boom! So since he's double jump, if he's in there, just pain him. I just don't like the stick. What it is, you walk on to the guard.
You're catching from there, you're jabbing from there, you're hooking from there.
Yeah.
This will be also your first fight as Lee's trainer. What can we expect to see from him?
It will be a mature, clinical, quality performance from Lee Mcgregor. Although Guerfri's a 33-fight veteran, I believe that Lee will look like the veteran in there on the night.
If Lee wins this fight, could we potentially see that rematch with Kash Farouk?
Definitely, it's a potential fight that can be made again. Both fighters are top quality fighters, and of course it was a fantastic fight before. And I'm sure that both fighters, I know that Lee's come on, I'm sure that Kash has come on. I'm actually a fan of Kash. I think he's a top quality fighter. I think that there's potential of Lee boxing on Josh's undercard in Las Vegas, as long as he comes through on the 19th. So it probably wouldn't be that one, but that also, depending on the fight, could potentially end up an eliminator or final eliminator for a world title for Lee. So we'll have to play it by ear, but at some point that fight will be made again, I'm sure.
Given that you come through this fight as European champion, could we potentially see that rematch with Kash Farouk that everyone really wants to see?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't see why not. Obviously, we're both. I've got a massive fight ahead of me, and my full focus is on that. He's got a fight as well. But listen, it's a fight everybody wants to see. It's a fight that's definitely going to generate a hell of a lot of money now when crowds are back and sell out big arenas. So it'd be crazy to say that it's not something that's possible. Definitely is. But my main focus is becoming European champion, world champion, and if that means rematching him along the way, then 100%. I'm always open to any offer. I've never backed down from any challenge, and everybody knows that. So we'll see what happens. I'll leave that in the hands of my team, and we'll see what happens.
So you got a wide lens on that camera.
Why is that, bro?
It's not easy being cheesy.